Hey everybody! Give me 1 second. Ooh, make sure the phone doesn't fall. I just want to make sure I'm live in the right place and put myself back up right. Yes, I am. Okay, beautiful. Hi, my name is Katie. We are here today for Love Bites. If you don't know, Love Bites is our weekly series. I'd like to jump on and talk about some way that you can show yourself a little bit more love. Bring some more love into your life. Some weeks these are great, big, huge things. Some weeks they are more small and compact. Today I want to talk about something that is, it matters to all of us. It matters to every single one of us, and that is being judgmental. So if you know you're judgmental, if you find that you are judging, whether it be yourself, your body, your choices, your habits, maybe other people, maybe you're judging my weird funky hair right now. If you find that you're judging other people, this is not something we always like about ourselves, but let's be real for a second. Do you ever find yourself doing this? Probably the answer is yes. Society has trained, and I use that word very intentionally, society has trained us to be judgmental. We judge ourselves, we judge others, because you know what? If you judge something, you want to fix it. To fix it, you're going to spend money, you're going to buy the next best thing, you're going to do this, and you're going to do this. And it's a really vicious cycle. But the whole thing is that we don't have to keep going. Just because we were taught, and I don't mean intentionally necessarily, just because we were taught from a very young age to be judgmental, whether we're judging ourselves, other people, what have you, doesn't mean we have to keep with it, okay? It is a choice. For years, I was a judger. I used to judge myself terribly, to the point where I would make myself cry. I would judge other people. I would judge decisions. I would judge how people looked. I would compare myself against others. There was so much judgment until I just decided, I'm not doing that shit anymore. There has to be another way, and this is the other way. Now, what we're talking about today, it seems simple, and that's because honestly it is. This is something that I use with every single coaching client who I bring through the Freedom Transformation. This seems like a simple thing, but it has the ability to profoundly change your life. And very simply, it is that you cannot be judgmental and curious at the same time. You cannot. Those two things cannot coexist. You don't get to judge and pick things apart and criticize your body, and this is too fat, and what about this, and what about this, and who, blah, 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 blah. You don't get to judge and be curious. Oh, isn't that interesting? I wonder where that came from. I wonder why things look like that. I wonder why my body's doing that. I wonder why that person is making that decision. You cannot be both. You have to choose a side. It's again, like I said, it sounds simple, and it is simple, but it can be profound. And this whole thing about choosing curiosity over judgment, this is not something that will happen like that. But what it really is it's like a muscle. You build it, you exercise it. It's mindfulness. Stay curious. And one of the best ways I have found to help this is to stay connected to yourself, to who you are. I think we all have this. We all have an idea, whether we will say it out to the world or not. We all know who we are on the inside. You are kind. You are loving. You are compassionate. You are gentle. You are all of these beautiful things. And when we lapse into judgment, quite often just out of habit, we are not stepping up into our best and most brilliant selves. And like I said, it's like a muscle. The more you flex it, the stronger it gets. And I love having some sort of, I call it an anchor, something physical in your environment that will snap you out of it. That when you see it or hear it or smell it, it's going to remind you to right. Let's get curious about that. One for me that I love to use is patchouli. It's the smell of patchouli. I kid you not, when I find myself getting into a negative headspace or a judgy headspace or getting down on myself, I will take 1 drop of patchouli, put a little bit under my nose, put a drop over my third eye, rub a little bit onto my wrists, into the back of my neck, and just breathe. And the smell of patchouli reconnects me to who I am at my core. And who I am is not judgmental. Who I am is curious and kind and loving. And the key to this is that when you slip back into being judgmental, not if, but when, because you are human and you will do it, be curious about that. Be curious about why you are slipping back into being judgmental. This is not a black or white thing. Life is not black and white. Life is very gray. We all have our ups and downs and everything. And if you have this idea that you are going to be perfect and never be judgmental again, it doesn't work like that, right? It's a muscle. You're going to build it and you're going to practice it. I like to say practice curiosity. Just like anything else, you practice yoga, you practice meditation, because you are not perfect. You do not learn it and then it is done. You are constantly evolving. So practice curiosity, because like I said, you cannot be curious and judgmental. So if being judgmental, again, whether it's about yourself, somebody else in your life, other people in general, what have you, if this is a problem for you, if you struggle with this, I would really encourage you to be curious. And this could be something as simple as, or a cue for this could be something as simple as, like I said, a smell. For me, it's patchouli. It could be be curious on a Post-it note and stick it to your mirror or stick it to your wall. Have it be your phone background, whatever it happens to be, right? Anything that will work for you that's going to remind you. And I really want to invite you, if this has resonated with you, and if you know somebody who you think could use a reminder to be more curious and a reminder and maybe some guidance to being less judgmental, I want you to share this with them. Now that could be tagging them, or it could be maybe sharing it in Messenger, or just sharing it to your wall and having that person see it. Sometimes being judgmental, we know people who are judgmental, but you don't always want to come out and say it. This is a sensitive topic. I recognize that. But if you know somebody who really needs this, I want to invite you to share it with them in some way. Tag them. Send it in Messenger in private. Share it on your wall, whatever it is. There is no shame in being this way. Like I said, we are trained to be this way. The fact is, you get to decide who you want to be from this point on. Do you want to be curious? Or do you want to be judgmental? You only get to pick one. All right, that's it for Love Bites this week. If you have any questions, comments, anything as usual, please let me know. Comment down below, send me a message. I'm always around. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't signed up yet, our 10-day Health Foundations Challenge starts on the 1st of August. If you're watching this in real time, that's only a few days away. It's not too late to sign up. If you are curious, I will drop the link in the comments below. Please check it out. Hopefully I'll see you there. I'll talk to you guys next week.